Rook endgames are fundamental to chess mastery. They occur frequently in both amateur and professional games. Understanding them can significantly impact your results, often being the difference between a win and a draw. Even if you prefer aggressive openings and tactical middle games, endgames are inevitable. They are the final frontier where games are decided. Mastering rook endgames gives you a clear advantage over your opponents, allowing you to convert advantages into victories. You can convert winning positions confidently, knowing the precise techniques to secure the win. You can also salvage draws from difficult situations, turning potential losses into half points. Many players struggle with the intricacies of rook endgames, finding them challenging and complex. They may seem simple at first glance, but they require deep understanding and practice. However, they involve subtle maneuvering and precise technique, often requiring a keen eye for detail. By understanding key concepts and practicing common scenarios, you can gain a significant edge over your opponents, improving your overall game. This essay will equip you with the essential knowledge and strategies to excel in rook and king endgames, ensuring you are prepared for any situation on the board. The Lucena position is a crucial concept in rook endgames. It is named after the Spanish chess player Luis Ramirez de Lucena, who first described it in the 15th century. It's a winning technique for the side with the rook, ensuring victory if executed correctly. This position arises when you can trap the enemy king on the edge of the board, limiting its mobility significantly. Your king and rook work together to restrict its movement, creating a coordinated effort to dominate the board. To achieve the Lucena position, you need to force the opposing king to the edge, using strategic moves to corner it. Then you create a barrier with your rook, effectively cutting off escape routes for the enemy king. This barrier prevents the king from escaping, ensuring it remains trapped on the edge. Your own king advances gradually to support the rook, moving step by step to maintain control. The goal is to restrict the enemy king's movement further, tightening the noose until victory is inevitable. Mastering this technique can significantly improve your endgame strategy. The Philidor position is a crucial defensive resource in rook endgames, named after the famous 18th century chess player François-André Danican Philidor. This technique has stood the test of time. It allows the side without the rook to hold a draw, and even when facing a seemingly overwhelming disadvantage. This position typically arises when your king is trapped on the edge of the board, a situation that can often feel dire. However, you can create a safe haven by placing your king in front of your pawn, effectively blocking the opponent's rook. In this position, the enemy rook cannot penetrate your defenses, no matter how aggressively it tries to attack. Your king protects the pawn, creating a fortress that is difficult to break. This setup prevents the opponent from making any significant progress, leading to a standoff. The Philidor position highlights the importance of precise king movement and strategic planning. Even in seemingly lost positions, a draw is often achievable with accurate defense, showcasing the depth and beauty of chess endgames. Section 4. The king's role, supporting the rook. In rook endgames, the king transforms from a passive piece to an active attacker. It plays a crucial role in supporting the rook. The king's primary objective is to restrict the enemy king's movement. It also helps to create winning threats. The king achieves this by advancing towards the enemy king. It cuts off escape squares and limits its options. The king also supports the rook in trapping the enemy king. This coordination between the king and rook is essential for winning rook endgames. Section 5. Practical examples and step-by-step analysis. Let's examine some practical examples to solidify our understanding. In the following position, white can win using the Lucena position. 1 Rf8 plus kg7, 2 Rf2 kh8, 3 kg6 kg8, 4 kh6 k8, 5 Rf8 hash. In this position, black can hold a draw using the Philidor position. 1 Re8 plus kd7, 2 kd5 Re7, 3 Ke5 Re8, 4 kf6 Re6 plus 5 kg5 Re5 plus. Section 6. Practice and further exploration. Mastering rook and king endgames demands consistent practice. By studying the Lucena and Philidor positions, you gain a significant advantage. Remember, understanding these concepts is just the beginning. Regularly practice these patterns in your games. Analyze your play and identify areas for improvement. Furthermore, explore famous Rook endgames from Grandmaster games. Study the techniques employed by these legendary players. Observe how they maneuver their kings and rooks to gain an advantage. By following these suggestions, you'll significantly enhance your understanding and mastery of Rook and King endgames.